Alright gang, welcome back to our Vintage Survival here on Szpakowo, and as we have been doing here lately, we are starting with a big sell here of the wood beams, and we also have the pallet of sunflower oil up here. I actually should have sold this in the last episode, but that's okay. We'll sell it now. It'll still be a good profit for us, so we'll sell it now as well. I had to kind of huck that up there with the forks. It was not the best that I've ever done, let's put it that way, but it did work, so we'll take it. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? Ooh. Get my camera turned around the right way here. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. We are in the Ford here, bringing this over. Not the fastest thing in the world, I get that, but I wanted to utilize the Ford some more. I've enjoyed this, and seems like a lot of you are enjoying it as well, so. Good stuff, man, good stuff. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Things are good here, man. A little bit of a shameless plug here. If you want to become a member, there's a link down below in the description. One of my newest members, I updated the end credits with his name in it, and then it didn't stick, and I didn't realize that, so he had to point that out to me. So I apologize for that, J-Fool, but it should be there. Actually, it should be there in this episode, and technically it should be in the... that was not the best thing I've ever done there, but it should also be in the Barker Family Farm series that I did as well. Both of those should have it updated, and moving forward from this episode on, it should always be updated as well. So I apologize for that brief delay there. Was not my intent. It just, unfortunately, how it happened. So let's see. Sunflower oil, again, not the best, but it's still pretty decent, so we're going to go ahead and sell it. The SPAC trans, whatever that is. I feel like we've been there many times. It's the same place. Yep, we've been there many times. So I'm not going to take this there because this is a very, very slow tractor. We'll go ahead and head back here and we'll switch out to a new tractor. Now today, we actually don't have any fields to drill today. Well, fields to drill. We don't have any fields to harvest today. We do have one field to drill. Specifically, it's the sunflower field that we were dealing with in the last episode. Well, it was cornfield. Cornfield in the last episode, 148. We plowed that up. We had the worker plow that up for us. We need to go ahead and drill that one today. Other than that, we don't have any other fields to drill. Everything else is ready to go. We do have some grass fields, though, that we can harvest. And we've got some spraying we need to do as well. So, not without things to do for sure today, but no harvesting today, so that's okay. We've got to do some second applications of fertilizer as well. So we've got plenty to do, we really do. And we have silage in here we can sell as well. So for the time being, I'm going to put the tractor over here. I don't know if this is the right spot for it, but we're going to put it right there for now. We'll jump into the Volvo because I'm pretty sure... the Volvo is the fastest machine we have. I thought so. So we'll utilize the Volvo to get this there, especially since it's just one pallet. Now, I could load up some more wood while we're at it, but the wood doesn't really go there, right? Well, actually, I think I can sell the wood there, can't I? Maybe I should. Nah, we'll just take it. We'll leave it. We'll leave the wood for the next episode. Now, the sawmill has run out of wood. I mentioned that, I think, in the last episode, so if we want to continue that going, we've got to get some wood chopped down. However, I've been kind of holding off on doing any forestry work until the winter months. We've got enough going on now, and we have enough money here that we want to spend some more money and buy some more things potentially as well. So we'll hold off on that, but let's head on up here. Let's get these sold, and then we'll be back at the farm and see where we're going to go next. Alright, so we're back here. I think the first thing we're going to do... well, first of all, I need to move this out of the way. I put this in the worst spot possible. I think the first thing we're going to do is mow the grass on the grass fields. that we have. I would like to today, if at all possible, set ourselves up to move all of our greenhouses over to this area, as I talked about in the past. That way we can kind of expand the field over there where the greenhouses are next to, because I think that is the best approach for us as we continue on here. So that's my main objective for today, is to move the greenhouses here. But we've got to get things, obviously all the other things I talked about, we got to get everything else done as well, right? So we've got to get all the fields sprayed and second applications of fertilizer down, etc. So quite a lot to do. We'll be utilizing a worker for a good chunk of that kind of stuff as well today. So we're going to use the Volvo for mowing here. Mower already is a little complex to, well, I say complex, it's not that complex, but when you're turning and stuff, it's a little complex, and I don't trust myself still yet with that Ford, with the articulate Ford that we purchased. I just think it's going to be a bit of a mayhem issue for us if we utilize that. So we're not going to use that one yet, but we'll use it soon, though, for something else, I assure you. Okay, so I definitely want to get this mowed up. Now, we're not obviously going to be doing anything with this section for now because we did just drill that field. Although, we could drill it today, I suppose, right? I guess we could drill it today and then harvest them both the same period of time. They would be in different growing stages, but we should still be able to harvest both of those at the same time, right? I would think. Sorghum. I can still put sorghum in. Yes, I should still be able to harvest them in September. But that kind of goes against what I was talking about too, doesn't it? You know what? For the time being, I'm going to mow over here first. We're going to mow this section here first. Ooh, wait a minute. Are they both ready to mow? Okay, they are. All right, we're good. I was going to say, because I think they were at different growing stages, and they might still be. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think they are still at different growing stages. But they both can be mowed, so it doesn't matter. We can at least get it caught up there. The goats here themselves, they still have plenty of grass, so this grass can be utilized for silage. I probably will drop one more bale off here. I just want to have plenty of bales here at all times to sort this out. Yeah, let's get it mowing at least, and then we'll see. More than likely, one bale will go over there though. But we can get this mowed up, and then that way we can put the greenhouses over here in the flatter area by the little pond here, which is going to save us money too, because we can just fill up our water tank from here, right? Which we're doing for the goats, but we haven't really brought it back over for the greenhouses yet anyway. So this is just going to be better overall too for this field here as well, because if I miss parts in this field, it's not that big of a deal. It's a grass field, right? It's not a big deal. And this, this field specifically here has been kind of a pain to plow up and drill and everything because of how small it is and how the fences and things are in the way. It's been a bit of a pain. So I think making this into just a basic grass field and utilizing a portion of it, I guess, as we continue to expand for greenhouses, probably makes a lot of sense, right? Probably makes a lot of sense. We've got some baby goats in there, which is great. As they continue to get a little bit older here, they are going to produce more milk for us, which is going to be good, right? I would like to do some kind of production with the goat milk. I'm just not sure if there's going to be anything out there for us for what we're trying to keep in line with here for this series, right? We want it to be as much as possible, as close as possible to a building from 1999 or older, if we're going to be doing it. Some of the buildings that are out there, I think they're in a gray area. I think they could definitely pass for something in the late 90s. So that's probably what we'll end up utilizing. So this is mostly for fun, right? It's not a challenge or anything. So we're just trying to have fun and make sure we're able to keep within the restrictions of older equipment. But otherwise, we're just trying to have fun. We definitely have a few things that are probably in the gray area. I think our planter is definitely in the gray area. But for the most part, we've stuck to that approach pretty well, I think. And whenever it is something that we have purchased that is not to the age, we have immediately sold it in the following episode, like we did with the corn and sunflower header that one episode, right? We've got a lot of trees on our land here that we should, and I would like to clean up, get rid of. which will open things up a lot more. We'll be able to see things a little bit better, be able to maneuver a little bit better as well, right? So there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff here. As much as I like all those trees lining up the edge of the road there, I'm definitely feeling like I'm going to get rid of those to make the camera work and just the viewing a little bit easier as well, right? Now, we have $191,000 based off everything we sold there, and we made about $3,000 and some odd change there from the sunflower oil that we sold. So, pretty good, right? That's pretty good. We've got to figure out what we want to do with this money now. I think there's a real possibility that we're going to need to utilize some of this money to buy a second harvester. I really think that's it's something that should be at least something we consider on our list. We are going to have a lot of fields to harvest here coming up. I mean, a lot. It's going to be very, very busy. We could do more than one episode per month. There's no really specific rule or restriction on that. Because this is just kind of for fun, right? It's not a specific challenge, and even right now, the challenge we do have that we're running on the channel right now, the luxury text challenge, we are even allowing ourselves to do more than one episode per month, and that just be based off of the type of challenge it is, right? I think for certain challenges it doesn't make sense, and other ones I think it does. But a series like this, you know, I haven't been doing it all that often, but we absolutely can. There's not a specific rule against it. So if it makes sense, we will certainly do it. And I think once we get a little bit closer here to the harvesting time period, it's probably going to make sense a lot for us to do that. Unless we get a second harvester, like I mentioned, right? Okay, that's all done. Now, the biggest problem we have right now, and it's still a problem, there's still nothing out there for us, is the windrowing. The windrowing is the biggest problem. We do not have a windrower. Well, we don't have a big windrower at all. We don't have a windrower that is within the time period that can be utilized to help us here. The windrower we have now, there's nothing wrong with it, but for the size of field we just mowed, it's not really the most ideal situation for us. This is a very, very small windrower. So every day I keep going out here looking and hoping and praying. I'm going to the wrong thing. Hoping and praying. Something comes out in ModHub. Nothing has. This is what we have to choose from. The only thing that I think we could maybe slightly get away with is using this Maz, which I talked about, I think, in the last episode. It came out like in the mid, like 2004, 2005, something like that, 6. It would be a stretch, though. You know, we talked at length in the past about, you know, when there's a situation like that, we say, well, ours is the prototype, right? And I think that's a good idea. I do. I think that's a really good idea. But I think that might be a little bit too much of a stretch. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. It just kind of feels like it's a little bit too much of a stretch. But as you can see, this works. It works great, but it is not a fast process by any means. We've got to go around the headland a bare minimum of 2 to 3 times just to get the grass pulled out of the area so we can actually see where it is, right? So I don't know. I guess let me know your thoughts down below if you think we should buy that other windrower that I was just showing you, this Maz, or however it's pronounced. Or if you think that is too new and would be way too new for the series, I guess is how I'll put it. For the time being, we are going to have to continue to utilize this. Now, we don't necessarily have to get all of this grass done today, right? I would like to get most of it done, I think, but we don't have to necessarily get all of it done today. If we get the area down below where we're going to put the greenhouses done, then I think that's perfectly fine, and we could do the rest of this in the following episode. However, I do believe... Can we harvest something in the next episode? I feel like we can. I guess we can't. I guess we can't. Never mind. I thought we could harvest something in the next episode, but I guess we can't. So never mind. Ignore me. So definitely we can just do a part of this and then do the rest of it in the following episode. We can definitely do that. Definitely. Now, one thing we haven't done in this series in a while, and a lot of people have mentioned it, is we haven't done a contract in a while, and you're right. We had contracts on for early stages, but at this point, we've got enough going on here that we haven't really needed to do a contract, right? The wood beams have been paying us a pretty hefty dollar amount every single episode. So there really hasn't been a need for us to go that far and do a contract. But maybe today or maybe in the next episode, who knows? Maybe we will need to do a contract then. I don't know. We're going to have little to do. We're going to have plenty of money, right? So it's just, a matter of what we want to do. Do we want to buy more land? Do we want to buy more fields? Do we want to buy more equipment? A little bit of both, right? All of those options are on the table here. Every single one of them. Now, I'm not trying to get, this in a perfect straight swath line. It doesn't need to be that perfect. As long as it's close enough to be in a swath line, this is fine. Our current baler is relatively good as far as the width goes of picking up grass, so it doesn't need to be perfect. As long as it's close enough to it, then it will be perfectly fine with picking it up. But yeah, I've rambled on quite a bit yet again here. I know we already did a little bit of a mini time lapse there while we went and sold that, but let's do another one here. Let's get let's get most of this done, at least enough for us to be able to put down the greenhouses, and then we will see where we are after that. All right, well, I said I wasn't going to do the whole field, and then I promptly decided to change my mind and do the entire field. So there's that, but that's okay. I think it was worth it. I think it was totally worth it. It looks a lot better here. It's going to make it easier for us as well as we're doing stuff in here, and we got quite a lot more out of it because of that reason too, right? So we can put the fertilization application down and all that good stuff too. So in the next episode, so that was worth it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and lift this up, and I'm going to go ahead and drop what's in here. It's going to be 2 bales. off at the silage pole, then those we'll have to pick them up by hand. And by hand, I mean with the skid steer. Bear with me as I drive right through the pole. Okay, so we can fold this up now, and we can go ahead and put this away. Alright, Scarlet, easy. Easy, impatient Scarlet. Easy. Easy. So let's put this away. And then now the remaining thing we have to do today is just do the spraying and the fertilizing. So we're going to have a worker help us do this for a little bit. I need to look at the map here and see which ones need actually sprayed versus which ones just need fertilizer. I don't really know. Do a quick autosave, as you would kind of expect to happen after doing a time-lapse. It's normally what happens to us. Okay, let's see here. This needs second application of fertilizer. We need to put fertilizer down on that. This needs sprayed, and I suspect it also needs the second application of fertilizer as well. And I believe that's it. Yep, that's it. I guess that one needed plowing too. We didn't plow it. I guess we should have, but we can do that next harvest. That's fine. But yeah, that's all that's needed. So it's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be more than that, but it's actually not that bad. But we can drill 148 today. However, yeah, I guess we should drill 148 today, right? I guess we should. I'm tempted to put corn in there, even though without a corn header. We have the one we can buy back. The one we had initially, a long time ago. We have that one. We can go with that one. It did work on corn. It would take a while to do on that small of a field, but we can do that. So I'm tempted to do just that. I would love to do the sunflower, because the sunflower can turn into sunflower oil, but it was not working with the sunflower. It worked with the corn. I think it's just because the corn is so high up in the air. So yeah, actually I should probably go the long way here. I should probably go the long way. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we'll put corn in. There should be enough seeds and fertilizer here, I would hope, to get the field done. If not, we are relatively close, I guess, so you know, it's fine, I guess. That's always going to be a tight little little squeeze there. That's a rough one to get through. So I'm going to put a worker on doing the drilling here of this. Then we'll grab the... Well, we'll do the spraying first, I suppose. And then we can do the fertilizing. Ooh, this is really, really tight. I don't know if I want to go down that. It seems like we're okay for right now, so we're just going to go for it here. Just try to keep the big chunky tires off the Ford out of the I mean, this one probably needs a second application of fertilizer, so it's fine. And I think the one over here to the right's not even my field, so probably okay no matter what. But still, makes me a little nervous. Makes me a little nervous. All right, so let's go ahead and get here. We'll set this up. Turn the worker on. And away you go. All right. So we'll jump back in the Volvo here. I'm going to get the sprayer out. We'll spray first, like I mentioned. We still got to get those bales up. I know we're going to do that here in a little bit, but let's get some things actually going here. Let's get some stuff fixed, sorted out, whatever. All right, now what field was it that needs it? 76. 76 needs it. Evidently 67, 68 we didn't do a second application of fertilizer on? Really? Huh. I guess we didn't. Well, that sucks. There's nothing we can do about it now. We're gonna have a less yield on those fields than I expected. I thought we did that. I must have forgot about doing it in one of the episodes. Whoops. Oh well. Sorry about all the trees there. Like I said, I would like to get rid of some of those trees to try to help the view when I'm cutting across the road like that. This is a big field. Okay, it's the big field. Is it the one that has... I think it is. I think it's this one. It's this one. Yep, it's this one. Alright, let's get this unfolded here. We just drilled this in the last episode, so it shouldn't... Yeah, we're fine. I was going to say, it shouldn't do any kind of crop destruction of any sort here. If I go too far back behind us, though, that definitely will. I think this should be enough herbicide here, I think. I hope. This is such a beautiful map, though. I mean, look at the... I mean, we're up here kind of on a hill here, kind of overlooking, you know, everything. It's such a very, very pretty map, man. It really is. Genuinely is a very, very pretty map. Alright, let's get it done. Alright, well, I evidently really screwed up. There's quite a few fields that I didn't do an application fertilizer on. I don't know how I screwed that up. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it now. That's on me. We'll make a little bit less off of those. But that's alright. You know, that's alright. I mean, it's going to go into the mill anyway, so it is what it is. Since we're already over here, I figured I'd just bring this on up here and fill up the hopper here with solid fertilizer. We're going to head back and start working on what I talked about. Modifying the greenhouse location, right? Amping that up a bit. While we're up here, I figured I might as well go ahead and grab some gas too, because we're here. $69 in gas. All right. All right, we're back here. I'm just going to put this over here for right now because we are going to take up part of this grass, right? So there's no reason for us to utilize... What are we doing here? What are you doing here? No field detected. What the hell just happened here? What happened? That is weird, man. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, I'm gonna follow the worker here for a minute. I want to see what they're doing here. Okay, they're going in a completely different field. They're not even going into this field. What are you doing? What is happening here? Alright, let's try to reset. Let's see if this fixes it. I don't think it will because it's the same thing. He started going over there thinking it was that field. Alright, let's monitor this and see what happens here. What is happening right now? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? And they're stuck again. Okay, we're gonna have to do this one ourselves. There's no other way around it. We're gonna have to do it ourselves. So anyway, what I was gonna say is we're gonna start working on moving the greenhouses over there, but now we're gonna have to finish this. So that's fine, right? It's not a big deal. We're gonna start moving all of the bales around so we can start, you know, updating the greenhouses. We will still do that, but we gotta get the worker, or at least something, back on track here, because that was not working. I don't know what that was, but that was not working, and I just wasted a ton of money paying to this individual just to sit there, lost in the field. Never seen that happen before. Very bizarre. Gives us another chance, though, to utilize this this planter here. I do like it a lot. I do, once again, think it's maybe slightly a gray area here. It might be slightly too new. It looks a little too new, but in the pictures and everything, it didn't look that new to me. But it definitely looks a little bit too new when you're actually pulling it and utilizing it to plant stuff. But that's all right. We'll say this one is one of those prototype things we were talking about earlier, right? We were talking about that earlier, utilizing that as a... Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop. I tell you, I can't do these articulate tractors, man. They kill me. Can you please get off a worker? Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I guess we're going here again. I don't know what happened there. That was a bit of a mess. Somehow I turned the worker on. I'm telling you, these articulate tractors, I'm not good with them, man. The camera's all over the place. And I'm not even moving the camera button. That's just the way the tractor's moving. Okay, hopefully we're close enough here. This has been a disaster. Anyway, our articulate tractors and we just don't get along very well. And so you might be asking, if you stumbled across this, why are you utilizing one if you don't get along? Well, I'm trying to get better at them. I'm trying, right? And we've got two other tractors that I love. I absolutely love them. I wanted to utilize one of these bigger tractors. We actually had enough money to buy one, so I figured let's go ahead and do it. And there's only one way to get better at it, right? It's the only way to do it is to keep utilizing it, keep practicing with it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not well, obviously, but that's what I'm trying to do here. We just got one more little headland pass here to do, and we're done. I'm very much tempted to put this back on a worker, but I'm afraid that the worker is going to screw it up again, royally. So I think I'm just going to continue to stick through here and trying to do it myself here. And I definitely do a better job if I'm not backing up with these things. It's just backing up with these things. I'm already not good at backing up, honestly, but backing up with these things is just a pain. You know what's funny though is, like, in real life, I love backing up cars and tractors or whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. I'll toot my horn, but I'd relatively say I'm pretty good at backing up stuff. I can parallel park, all that stuff really easily. I know a lot of people can't. No, we just gotta get up here to the end of this. This isn't, there's no reason to put it on a worker now at this point. As soon as we'd flip to something else, the worker would be done. So, well, if the worker can even figure out where it's going, it would be done. So we'll just do this one ourselves. Alright, we are done with this field, gang. Finally, we're done with it. Corn, not sunflowers like I had hoped, but you know what? It's fine. Let's still do the trick and give us something else, right? That means we have to buy the header back, but it shouldn't be a problem. The header was not very expensive. I'll take this back to the farm, and then I will see you over with the bales, getting those taken care of, and then we'll start working on the greenhouses. All right, we're heading on over here. It was a bit of a disaster getting it back over here, too. I need to 100%, if nothing else, get rid of this one tree right here on this entryway that we have here and kind of expand this entryway here. If I can expand this one a little bit better, it's going to make it easier on us. Get rid of, I guess, these 2 trees, really. We're still going to have that fence there. It's still going to be a bit of a problem, but if we expand this, I can try to come at this at a better angle and then come in here and make a wider turn, right, as I'm coming back this way. Man, we got stuck on the tree. It was a disaster. Let's put it that way. It was an absolute disaster. So I've made the decision. We're going to move 2 of these bales over there for the goats. Do we need 2 of them? Absolutely not. No, we do not. They still have plenty, but I'm still going to move 2 of them over there anyway. The remainder of these are going to be put into the silage pole. Now, we do have silage in there that we can sell. I mentioned that early on in the episode today. We're not going to do that today. We'll hold off and sell that in the next episode. As I said, the next episode we're going to have little to do. But hopefully we buy some more fields and stuff maybe in the next episode, because we're not really going to spend a whole lot of money today. The only thing we're really going to spend money on, as I mentioned, is the greenhouse stuff, right? But we're going to get some of that money back when we sell the other greenhouses we have, so it's not going to be a ton of money. It's not going to be a game-changing kind of money. It's nothing like that, but we will get something back. Alright. Now, they are not perfect by any means, but that's okay. It looks like at least I didn't just utilize it by hand, right? I'm doing it with this. Makes it look a little bit better. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to pick up that other bale down here. I'm not going to necessarily worry about these bales here for the time being, because we're going to put down some greenhouses, but I don't think we're going to be able to put down as many as I technically want to put in this section yet. I mean, we have plenty of money to do it, but I kind of want to wait and see you know, how things look after a couple, and then kind of expand it again later on. I don't want to necessarily just put it all down right now. Again, that could change, but right now my thought is to not do that. I just want to see how things kind of look, I guess, when I put down 1 or 2 of them here. So let's do a quick autosave here in case the game crashes, as it has been doing lately for some reason on me. That's only happened 1 time, but it was still happened, right? It still happened, so it wasn't really ideal. Okay, so let's get rid of these. And the water tower too. Now that'll allow us to take this field and expand it this way, and then again this field can kind of be expanded over here too after we get rid of the trees. I guess we don't have to get rid of the trees, but my goal was to get rid of the trees at least. So okay, so that's done. So let's go into here, and then let's go to greenhouses. Now I did install a few other greenhouses, like this large greenhouse here. This thing is a behemoth. I don't think these are too unrealistic, the way that they look. I think these would be around in the 90s. This kind of fits with, you know, I mean, it's not the exact same brick, but it's close enough that it kind of fits with our shed here. So I'm kind of leaning towards this. Not cheap, as you can tell. $54,000, not cheap at all. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Now, this would require, I think, manure too. So, we don't have any manure that we're dealing with right now, so that kind of, to me, makes me not want to put it down in this series. You know, I'd like to, I just don't think it makes the most sense. Now, these hydroponic greenhouses, I definitely would like to do. Is this too new? It might be. I feel like it's not, though, because I've seen some greenhouses from the 90s that look similar to this. No, similar to this, I guess. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe not doing that either. Now, the next thing is, how are we going to set these up? As you can see, this is definitely going to raise the ground up going this way. This is what I had initially intended. Doesn't necessarily mean that has to stay that way. If we go this way, it's less. But here's the problem. Okay, if we do it this way, well, I guess it's not really specifically a problem, but if we go this way, as we kind of stack them going this way, it's going to become they're not going to be on the same set level, right? I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. So part of me thinks, and I think what I might end up doing is maybe not put any of these down except for one today, and then ask for your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. But I had also thought about maybe taking the leveling here. I'm not going to do it. Take the leveler here and kind of start here and push out to about, I don't know, halfway-ish up the field like we talked about, somewhere around in there, and then kind of over this way and keep this whole section exactly level, and then putting them in that way. What that would mean, though, is we would have a pretty, I guess it wouldn't be that bad, but it would be a bit of a drop-off that we would have between the grass field and this. I don't necessarily know if that's the way to go either. I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I don't think it is. So I think I've kind of talked myself out of everything here. I think I'm going to just stick with these. These are 100% look like something from the 90s. Or the 80s even. So I think I'm going to go with these. And I think I kind of want to put it like that, and then kind of run them up this way, and then maybe we put a track down the middle this way, and then we have more on that side maybe. These are just going to be automatically on auto selling. So I don't necessarily need to worry about them having pallets for us to pick up. I mean, we can do it, but that wasn't really my plan or my intention. So let me go look at this. Let me see how this looks here. It's floating in the air. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. We don't want that. I just wasted some money. Could be worse. How's that? We've got a bit of a ground modification here that we're going to have to do. And it raised it up down here pretty bad, too. Now, a lot of you, I already went out of the menu, though, but a lot of you taught me that I could put it down and then delete it and then modify or smooth out the areas around it. If this... I don't even know who that is. That's spam. I don't even know who that is. I've never played Minecraft in my life. Are we getting spam now on Microsoft? Xbox? Is that what's happening here? Is it perfect? No. But I'm going to accept this one for the time being. And then the rest of them, we can do that trick that you guys taught me. So, yeah, we'll leave it at this for now. I'm not going to put any water in it at all right now. I want your thoughts on what I should do here. I think that's what we're going to do. What I talked about is I'm just going to kind of line these, like 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4 if we're lucky enough, up this way, and then put like a track going this way, and then put some more on the back side of this. I think that will work. As a matter of fact, we can check that really quick right now to see if they'll even fit. I think they will. Yeah, they'll fit. They'll fit. So. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on if you like that idea, you don't like that idea, whatever. But we're going to leave the episode at that point. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like and subscribe button for me. Helps me out a ton. Members link down below, like as I mentioned. There's a Discord down there as well. Thanks so much for your continued support. We hit 8,000 subscribers, gang, right before the recording of this video. That's insane to me. 8,000 subscribers. Cannot thank you guys enough. Really do truly appreciate your support. I'll see you next time.